As we are familiar with by now, Pokemon has been around for 20 long years. Not to mention that it's one of the most successful series in the entire video game history. I have been doing Pokemon Let's Plays for quite some time. Hell, I've been doing Pokemon games since before I started this channel. So, this time I'm going to be showing off my personal top 100 favorite Pokemon. For this particular list, I am going to be showing off my own personal thoughts throughout all 100 Pokemon separately. This means I'm going to be talking about their stats, their appearance, their move pools, Mega Evolutions if there are any, as well as a few other aspects. But keep in mind that these are only going to be based around my opinion only. With that said and done, that practically means only one thing. These are my favorites, not the best. I'm not going to pull an IGN on you guys for that very thing. Another small warning. There will be slight spoilers for you guys, so keep in mind there are going to be a few spoilers here and there, so you've been warned. And with all that said and done, I'm the D-Rock 100, and welcome to part 1 of my top 100 favorite Pokemon. Let's start off with this list with Houndoom. This Pokemon is a very interesting Pokemon to start off the list, doesn't it? Even though that its evolution Houndoom is much stronger, I kind of prefer this one a little bit more. What's great about Houndoom is that this and its evolution are the only dark fire types, and I like that quite a bit. Many people have theorized that this Pokemon is supposed to be based off of the legendary Cerberus of Greek and Roman mythology. Personally, I think it seems a little too cute to resemble something from a canine pal. But hey, I love these references. That's what makes me really love Pokemon so much. Houndoom especially. Now that I'm done talking about on how goddamn scary it is, let's talk about its stats. Being a fire dark type, it specializes in special attack, which reaches a maximum of 284, which is actually pretty high coming from the first evolution of its stage. Houndoom is cute, deadly, and definitely a Pokemon that resembles something from the fiery depths of hell. Up next is Shedinja. Wait, what? How is it on the list, you ask? Remember, this is all based around my opinion only. So, 2 words. My list! Anyway, back to Shedinja. Shedinja is the only bug ghost type Pokemon out there. And in all honest truth, I kinda like this thing. Many people say it's one of the worst, but it also makes up for what it has. You see, Shedinja has a very nice ability called Wonder Guard. Wonder Guard gives the one that has it take no damage except for a move that has the type advantage over. And with a bug ghost type as its type, it resists to the 13 of 18 types. The only weakness that it has includes dark, rock, fire, flying, and ghost moves. All in all, it's not too bad. Its stats are not really that great, since its HP has a base stat of 1, meaning it only ever has 1 HP. So it's important to know how to properly use this thing, otherwise it's not going to last. I put Shedinja on the list just for one reason. On how tricky it can be. So if you're going to use Shedinja, be sure that you know exactly on what its weaknesses are, and on how to use it properly in battle. While it does have that derpy expression, if you piss this thing off in the slightest, it will make like crack and bash your team with its thick iron skull. Up next is the first 5th gen Pokemon on the list, Scolipede. Standing at over 8 feet tall and weighing more than 400 pounds, this gigantic poison bug type is one of the greatest Pokemon I've ever seen from the 5th generation. With something that big, you think that it'll be slow, right? Wrong-o. Its greatest stat is speed, which can reach a maximum of 355. Damn! Its move pool is definitely worth the look. It can learn so many poison type moves it's not even funny. For a good Scolipede, I recommend Toxic, a move that badly poisons a Pokemon, and Venoshock. Venoshock is a move that does more damage if the enemy Pokemon is poisoned. Holy crap! I don't think I would ever see a more deadlier bug than that. For a bug that size, it's said to be based around the Osloplora, a huge millipede that can grow up to 8.5 feet tall from the early Carboniferous stage. Seems to fit the bill just nicely if you ask me. Scolipede is one of my favorite bug and poison types from the 5th generation. Plain and simple. Time to do some sing-alongs with Meloetta. Meloetta is a very unique legendary. In all honest truth, I always have thought of her as a very underrated Pokemon. Being a Pokemon that can change forms and type, this mythical Pokemon uses its calming song to make even the most angered Pokemon relax to her beautiful song. She has 2 forms, Aria and Pirouette form. Each form changes her appearance and stats. In her Aria form, she specializes in special attack and special defense, both reaching a maximum of 390, with normal psychic as her type. In her Pirouette form, she not only becomes a normal fighting type, but she now becomes a more physically offensive Pokemon, and not to mention, being very quick, which once again reaches a maximum of 390. Damn! I don't want him to piss off this one, unless you want to get bitch slapped in the face for making her lose her tone. As you can clearly tell, she's based around that of a female singer. I mean, just look at her. I could see her and Jigglypuff having a sing-off. Money is on Meloetta. Oh, and I will need a Chesto Berry when Jigglypuff sings. Ugh. Time to wield a deadly sword and shield, because up next is Aegislash. Aegislash is, and its pre-evolutions are the only dual steel ghost types. I really like this combination. This thing can be a very good wall or a very good sweeper. This all depends on what form it takes. This is all her thanks into its signature ability, Stance Change, which can change its battle capabilities in battle depending on what moves it uses. With its shield up front, its defense and special defense can reach a maximum of 438. And that also goes up when its sword is out, but with attack and special attack. Many people speculate that this is based on possessed swords and shields from a long time ago in stories. More specifically, Excalibur, the greatest of the sacred swords in the land ruled by King Arthur. If there's one thing that you should never do, is mess with a possessed sword that can kill you with one swipe. Faithless minion, please don't hurt me. Make way for the deadly bug steel type badass itself, Scizor. This thing is one of my personal favorite bug types and steel types from the 2nd generation. This metallic mantis has the same stats of its pre-evolution, but with a few major differences. This thing has more resistance than Scyther. This thing does have a major weakness to fire, but just look at this thing! With a base stat total of 500, Scizor mostly specializes in physical attack, which can reach a maximum of 394. And what could be better than that, you may ask? Oh, not much. Except this thing can freaking Mega Evolve! Jesus, look at this thing! This makes it even more durable and slightly stronger. In this form, its defense can reach a maximum of 416. That's insane! While it's not the last Pokemon that can Mega Evolve on this list, I find its appearance to be quite awesome in both normal and Mega form. It's a badass bug that can even give Kabutops a run for its money. So guys, you remember Lavender Town in Red and Blue? You remember all those graves in the Pokemon Tower? Well, time to call in the Ghostbusters, because rising from the bodies of the dead we have Gengar. Gengar is one of my favorite poison types from the first generation, and one of my favorite ghost types. This creepy gas Pokemon and the rest of its line are the only dual ghost poison types. That is a very nice typing. In fact, I wish we could see more of those later on. This thing is fast. Its speed can reach a maximum of 350. Even its special attack can reach a maximum of 394, making it one of the fastest poison types out there. And guess what? Like previously mentioned Scizor, this son of a gun can Mega Evolve. As if this thing hasn't gotten any creepier enough as it is, its special attack can reach a maximum of 482 in this form, and its speed can even reach a maximum of 394. Jesus Christ! You don't want this thing to get pissed off. According to many people, Gengar is very likely based around unique ghosts that haunt people's lives for the rest of their lives. More specifically, poltergeists. These things have been known to terrorize the people for the rest of their eternal lives. And it looks like Gengar fit the bill just nicely for this. Every time that I replay Fire Red and Leaf Green, I always wonder if Gengar is watching me in Lavender Town. While some people could agree, this thing will give people nightmares if this thing haunts you in your sleep. No wonder why this thing is one of my personal favorite poison types and ghost types. It's time to build a snowman with one of my favorite ice types from the 4th generation, Glaceon. Glaceon is a very unique evolution. In order to get one, you need to level up into Fennec Fox due to the years. Being a pure ice type, Glaceon mostly specializes in special attack, reaching a maximum of 394. Yep, that number again. Glaceon is a really cool looking Arctic fox, and I love this thing to death. It's cute, adorable, and all around a deadly Pokemon to use for your team. Let's end off part 1 with the Wish Granter itself, Jirachi. When people talk about legendaries, they never tend to bring up Jirachi. Jirachi has the ability to grant an infinite amount of wishes to anyone. The sole purpose of why I put it on the list is mostly because of its role in the movie Jirachi Wishmaker. You know, it's a big shame that Game Freak never made this thing catchable in the games. The only way to get it is through events or through hacking, and I do not want to hack. Jirachi is said to be based around that of a shooting star. In the phrase wishing upon a star is where it gets its ability to grant wishes and make them come true. With a base stat total of 600 and 100 across the board, it's a very well balanced psychic steel type. It's cute, playful, and all around a good Pokemon. Thanks for watching. All the contents and clips that were used to make this video are all owned by their respective owners, so please support the official release. If you're liking the list so far, then please consider giving it a like. Add it to your favorites, or share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere. And if you want to see some more of my Pokemon homework for 2016, then please subscribe today for a Pokemon Let's Play update daily as often as possible, and a Top X video as weekly as possible. Thanks again, everyone, and as always, I will see you guys next time in my next Pokemon video coming soon.